Welcome to Barcelona, the final destination on the 2024 Formula Winter Series calendar.
Yeah, it will be a tricky race. Now it's just behind the front, so it looks like it's quite wet, so we need a good restart and then just go in front and hope for the best.
It's my first time here in the track, and also in the weather is a bit hard, so I'll just give my best. I'm still in the fight for the championship, so yeah, let's see what happens.
Race 1 then, looking to start under the safety car. Torrid conditions around the circuit. In fact, conditions so poor that after just one lap behind the safety car, the red flag is thrown and the race is cancelled. Therefore, no result after Saturday. Just 2 races then for Griffin Peebles and Andres Cardenas to fight it out for the championship. It's Peebles that leads the title by 5 points. Race 2 underway then, and it's Griffin Peebles who leads them away, the championship leader with the early lead. Andres Cardenas looks to have gotten a good start from the second row of the grid. Nathan Tye not getting a good start at all from the inside of the front row from second on the grid. Everybody making their way through the first few corners. Oh, and one of the Yenza cars there. That's Edouard Borgna tagging Ella Lloyd, unfortunately, so the young female racer from Rodin, unfortunately not getting the best start to race 2 that she would have liked. Had a great debut showing at Motorland Aragon just a week ago. Everybody making their way through turns 4, 5, such a wide circuit, the circuit to Barcelona, Catalunya, but even this place doesn't have enough room for everybody, as René Lammers demonstrates there. He's ended up off the circuit one way or another, as has Lorenzo Castillo. Now that's 3 cars beached in the gravel. The inevitable end result of that is a safety car. Enzo Tarnvinichkel lost his front wing in amongst all of the dramas. The Red Bull Junior rejoins the back of the field as Lorenzo Castillo gets towed away. Back to green flag then, and it's Peebles from Cardenas in the race and in the championship. Gianmarco Pradell looking for 3rd position as he dives up the inside there of Ernesto Rivera. Good move there from Pradell. Pradell looking to end the season on a high. He turned 18 on Friday. Griffin Peebles with just 5 points over Andres Cardenas in the championship. It's 121 points for Peebles, 116 for Cardenas. As you saw there, Matias Ferreira, who still has a mathematical shot at the championship, losing out there further back to Olivieri, that looked like, from Cram. Ferreira missed out on Aragon, but both Peebles and Cardenas struggled at Motorland. Douwe de Decker having to make his GRS car particularly wide there further back, and Kabir Anurag launches one up the inside there of Akshay Bora, and that was never quite going to work. We've got 1 car rally crossing as well through the gravel. It was one of the Campos cars. It could have been Franco, it could have been Nathan Tye. But lots of scrapping further back in the order. It looks like it was indeed Nathan Tye. He's fallen to the back of the order, but Nathan Tye not really capitalising on that front row start in the manner that he would have liked, as too wide further back. Some of the DriveX cars getting into it there. Only the 2 DriveX cars for this weekend. That would have been Pedersen and Macedo. Unfortunately, Juan Cota sustaining a hand injury at Motorland. Pusharovsky going around the outside of Olivieri there. That is for 10th position. Pusharovsky in the number 8 car. Of course, Carrie Schreiner driving that machine last week. She's now racing F1 Academy. Oh, as the 37 goes bouncing across the gravel, that's Fiorentino. Hopefully he can keep it going. Last thing we need is another car beached in the gravel, but it looks like the momentum just about working with the Cram driver there. Keanu Alazari, not a strong starting position for Keanu, and he's right there racing with Jack Beaton. 2 drivers who are at the sharp end in Aragon fighting in the midfield. Qualifying so important in Formula Wind Series and any Formula 4 category. Rene Franco there losing out to Maciej Guadish. Great to have Reno Franco with us. The young Dutchman joining the GRS squad. replacing Leah Block for this weekend, as Pusharovsky manages to find his way past Matthias Ferreira. Ferreira down to 10th position with that one. There's Keanu Alizari at the back of this 4-car fight, as we see there Akshay Bora trying to get to the inside there of the first of the Yenza Motorsport machines. Keanu Alizari and Jack Beaton still side by side. They've been racing each other for most of this one, but they're a lot further down the order than one would have expected. Alizari with the inside line at turn 4. They're all queuing up behind Arthur Dorizon, the first of the Yenza cars in the order. And, oh, goodness me, Dorizon kind of half forcing Akshay Bora there to take to the grass. Bora around the outside, though, has the inside for turn 2. Just slides it across the front of the Yenza car. And gets himself past Jack Beaton now, and Kabir Anurag, all trying to get past Dorizon as well. Often once you open the gate in a Formula 4 race, everyone walks through at once, and that's exactly the phenomenon that Dorizon is experiencing here. Gives Kabir Anurag just enough room, but Kabir not going to have the grip around the outside at turn 13. Has to back out of that one. Oh, but we got a car off, and it's Gianmarco Pradell. Pradell from 3rd place. Having a moment there. Unlike him to make an error, I wonder if it was just a mistake or whether something within caused that, whether there was an issue with the car, but nonetheless Gianmarco Pradell spins it out of 3rd position. He will be bitterly disappointed with that. Safety car restart then for Griffin Peebles. Reno Franco looking to the inside there of Maciej Guadish for 4th position. Franco on his debut in the Formula Winter Series. Matthias Ferreira defending up against Akshay Bora here, so an all-us racing battle for 9th place. And that is now the battle to be the top us racing car after Gianmarco Pradell's off-track moment. Franco has lost out to Maciej Guadish. He now has Lucas Flusha for company. Dawid Adeka going around the outside of Pusharovsky. And Pusharovsky being fairly assertive there, hustling Adeka to the outside. And with a slide there, Pusharovsky just about finds his way by. Very nice driving from Jan Pusharovsky. Pusharovsky and Guadish feel like the 2 young flagships of the Polish All-in Racing Organisation's junior programme. Unfortunately, Matthias Ferreira not having a flagship weekend by the looks of it. Lost his opportunity to score points in race 1 and is now facing backwards in the gravel in race 2. Keanu Alizari now trying to get into the top 10. He's going around the outside of Maxime Ream, but Maxime will hold off him for all he's worth. Dawid Adeka with damage to his front wing. And the safety car will lead them once again. Safety car releases the field and the checkered flag waves. Griffin Peebles secures another 7 points to his championship advantage, bringing his tally to 15 points over Andres Cardenas in the title race. With the pole position and fastest lap points as well. Cardenas, Rivera, Guadish and Reno Franco, your top 5 in that race. Lucas Flusha rounding out the top half dozen. Great result then for Griffin Peebles. He's one significant step closer to the championship.
Griffin, you did what you needed to do in that race, really. Kept it under control and took home the win.
Yeah, I think I got the most perfect start. I had a small gap and I didn't need to defend. And I just focused on doing smooth lines and preserving the tires a bit because this track has very high degradation. And we had 2 safety cars. First one was really long and we had one just before the end. And luckily it finished under safety car, so I didn't have to do anything else. But I'm really happy with the results. Good points for the championship, but it's still going to go down to the last race.
It definitely will go down to the last race. Going to be an exciting conclusion to the season. Ernesto Rivera, their top rookie, and Griffin Peebles winning the race. Andres Cardenas will have to work hard now. Race 3 begins then. I think we've got a car stopped on the grid as this race begins. It's Griffin Peebles there on the inside line. Nathan Tye in the middle. And Cram Racing's Olivieri has got a magnificent start. Maybe a little bit too magnificent. He is potentially leading through the first couple of corners as everyone scrambles to find some room. A lot of drivers there having to go through the runoff area and rejoining after the bollard at turn 3. Now it is Peebles that leads the way. Olivieri now side by side there with Tye and Cardenas. And I'm understanding that that start was suspiciously good, a little bit too good for Olivieri. He's being investigated for a jump start, and usually once there's an investigation, well, it only goes one way. 2, 3 wide as they work through the first couple of corners. There you see Gianmarco Pradell trying to get himself up the inside of Kabir Anurag. Pradell looking to try and get on the podium to make an amends for his issues in race 2 and to end the season on a high going into his Italian campaign in the summer. To the inside there goes Nathan Tye on Olivieri. Olivieri in third place. In fact, sorry, that's Cardenas going for third place there. So Nathan Tye's in second. Andres Cardenas there in fourth place. Not where he needs to be. He really needs to win this race, and he needs Griffin Peebles to have issues. Oh, we have issues further back. That was, I think, Maxime Ream being tagged there, was it, by the Technicar machine. Or rather, the Monlau machine, I should say. I believe that was Monlau's Lenny Reed there, tagging Maxime Ream. Oh, and we've got another one off the circuit. Edouard Borgna is off the track. Now, is he off the track on his own? Doesn't make much difference. The safety car's going to have to come out and pull that one back to safety. Now, there was a drive-through penalty assigned to Flavio Olivieri. Olivieri comes through the pit lane here. Now, if he thinks this is a masterstroke, I'm afraid he's sorely mistaken, because red lights at the end of the pit lane means he's going to be released right at the back of the field. Back to green flag conditions then, and Griffin Peebles leads the way. Over half distance in this race. He's doing enough to win the championship here. Andres Cardenas gets to the inside there of Nathan Tye. Now, that looked quite easy. I wonder if Nathan was told there to allow Andres through to try and give Cardenas any shot of winning this title. Again, needs to comfortably outscore Griffin Peebles, and with the pace Peebles has this weekend in Barcelona, I'm not sure that's going to happen easily. Pusharovsky there trying to go around the outside of Ferreira. Oh, and they collide. Ferreira into the concrete barrier. A difficult end to the season, a difficult end to a bad day, frankly, for Ferreira. Ella Lloyd off in the background as well. We've got one car, Pusharovsky, with damage to the front wing. That's from the collision with Ferreira. Ella Lloyd also, as we just saw in the back of shot, she scampering across the gravel trap as well. And there you see Matthias Ferreira walking away. Missed out on racing at Motorland Aragon and missed out on scoring any points here at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. What could have been for him? Oh, and we have a collision there. Now, was that, I think, Jack Beaton colliding with another car as they went back to green flag conditions? That's also hindered Adam Hideg in the 24 car. I think that was Beaton, or was that one of the other US Racing cars? Gianmarco Pradell with one of his teammates looking to the inside of him. It was another, I think, of the US Racing cars. It wasn't Beaton. And you see Ernesto Rivera having a problem. And also off the circuit goes the 25 of Arthur Derizon. It was Thomas Strauven who dislodged his front wing. So Strauven it was that came a cropper there going into the final corner as the race restarted. There's a lot going on around the circuit, and rather unsurprisingly, the safety car is declared once again. It's Peebles from Cardenas, from Tye, from Pradell and Anurag, your top 5, ahead of De Decker, Beaton, Fry, Alazari and Reno Franco. As this race resumes, it'll be 2 laps to go this time. Griffin Peebles again with one hand and four fingers on the championship. He can afford to lose the lead. He can afford to drop down outside the top 5 even. As Enzo Tarnvanichkul once again struggling. We've seen Tarnvanichkul go across the runoff area quite a lot. René Lammers has to do the same as well. Nathan Ty defending against Gianmarco Pradel. Pradel, who desperately wants to end this with a podium. Beaten around the outside of Douwe de Decker. In fact, de Decker getting past Beaten there as Gianmarco Pradel manages to launch a move on Nathan Ty. That's 3rd position then for Gianmarco Pradel. Now, can he hold on and secure a podium in his final race of the season? In the Formula Winter Series, of course, this is it. This will be the final lap of the season next time by. Keanu Alazzari not getting the weekend that we saw from him in Motorland Aragon. He's up in 7th position at the moment, just behind Douwe de Decker. Jack Beaton trying to go around the outside here of Enya Fry. Oh, and getting on the gravel there. Oh, and that contact has dislodged the front wing. Well, Jack Beaton is going to have a very understeery final lap of his Formula Winter Series season. Enzo Tarnvanichkul goes by. Jack Beaton struggling. Not the way he wanted to close out the campaign in FWS. Maciej Guadish there going around the outside of Akshay Bora. Maciej outside the points, but he'll still be 3rd in the championship. He'll still be top rookie. It's going to be Griffin Peebles, though, who will be our champion. He comes across the line to secure the 2024 Formula Winter Series title. He adds his name to the Roll of Honor in Formula Winter Series, adding to the initial champion, of course, Kasper Stuker. And Griffin Peebles will be looking to ascend through the ranks in much the same way as his forebearer. What a great way to start for himself and his MP Motorsport garage. Andres Cardenas 2nd in the race, 2nd in the championship. And Gianmarco Pradel rounds out the race podium. It will be Maciej Guadish 3rd in the championship at the conclusion of our season. But what a result for Griffin Peebles. Sergio the Sausage Dog and the rest of the MP Motorsport crew will be waiting to congratulate him.
Yes, I am with our Formula Winter Series champion, Griffin Peebles. Congratulations, that must feel good.
Yeah, it was tricky again last race. We had 3 safety cars. They were very long. Had to try and do something different on the restarts. But luckily, the team gave me an amazing car. I was quick all weekend in the dry after a bit of a wet start to the weekend. But I'm so happy to bring it home and I can finally relax and celebrate.
There you go. Ella Lloyd wins the women's honours in that race. A great result from all of our drivers as the season comes to an end. But the biggest celebration of all going to this man, Griffin Peebles, the 2024 Formula Winter Series champion. It's been a really solid season from Peebles. When the going's been good, he's been dominant. When things haven't quite gone his way, he's made the best of it, and that's what you need to win a championship. Griffin Peebles is your 2nd ever Formula Winter Series champion. Giedlick Racing and the Spanish F4 organization will do this all again in 2025.